Hey guys, Lila here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm an American girl who is living in Hamburg, Germany, and I just got my first job in Germany. This is very exciting for me since I came here as a student in 2016 for one semester for my study abroad, and then I was studying a master's program for a couple years where I got free German classes at the University of Oldenburg, and I've also taken private lessons with italki. That's how I also gained the intermediate level of my German, so I really recommend italki. This video is sponsored by italki, so after I talk a bit about italki, I'm going to share with you guys everything I've learned in my first 3 weeks on the job in my job here in Hamburg. And the biggest question is, when I first was looking for a job, was am I going to have to speak German? Because my German is not that good. I can have conversations and speak with people, but it's not that great, so I didn't think it was possible for me to get a job in Germany with my level of German, which was a rusty B2 is what I would call myself. So I'm here to say it's possible, so especially if the company has English clients. That's my tip. They'll be very understanding if they have English clients and your German you're able to understand what they're telling you for the most part. It's fine. But because my German is rusty, I'm learning so much on the job, in the meetings, all the meetings we're having every week. And so I collected a list of all the words that I heard most often in my first week. So a word from our sponsor. The sponsor is italki. I've talked about them before. They are a website and an app where you can get personalized one-on-one lessons with a native language teacher of your choice. You can sign up for free. So there's over 15,000 teachers, over 130 languages. So you can save time and money because on italki you can schedule the lessons with a teacher whenever you want. So they aren't group classes and it's not just an app. You're actually speaking with a real person, so you can save time, learn the language, and save money because it's really affordable. So you get 3 discounted trial lessons. I learned on italki with a native German speaker. She was from Hamburg actually, and she was living in Canada at the time. So yeah, I really recommend it. It was really great. So you'll find the best quality teachers, the best service on there, and you can do it all from the comfort of your home. And you can find custom-made plans. If you need business lessons, for example, the stuff I'm going to be talking about in this video, if you need some more details about it, you can book a one-on-one lesson with a teacher and talk more about that. If you want to pass an exam, all the teachers have different specialties. Unlimited practice with speaking. Most of my learning of German was from speaking. And 19 hours on italki equals 1 semester of college. You choose your teacher, the lesson price, and the time. So you can also save money by booking package lessons. That's what I did. When I was booking my lessons, I did the package lessons because for me, I was wanting to learn the whole intermediate level of German, so I just booked big packages and it was cheaper that way. But you don't need to do that. If there's no contracts or anything, you can just do 1 class, not do any more, take a break, continue doing classes, so it's pretty awesome. And test out all the different teachers on there. Also, you get free lesson cancellation. Join 5 million learners today by clicking my link in the description box. And on with the video. It's still the pandemic and most of the people in Germany have not had their vaccine yet, so there is no office yet, so we're doing everything online. In my company, the company language is German, so all of our communication is done in German unless we're speaking with the client who we speak English with. So the first lesson I learned was how to get off the phone call with a German. All I knew when they told me I got the job and we were saying goodbye on the phone, I didn't know what to say when I was getting off the phone. In English, I would have said, okay, I'll speak with you soon, or we'll be in touch, or something like that, because I knew that she was going to send me some emails, so I didn't know what to say. So I ended up saying bis später, which I knew was totally wrong in the moment, but I was so excited that I got the job that I didn't care. And then I learned that everyone in my company, most of the time, in this situation that I was in, you would say bis dann, I think. My German boyfriend's here. Would you say that bis dann is also really a popular one? He's nodding his head, yes. Okay, so yeah. So bis dann, when you're not sure, say bis dann. I think that's a pretty safe thing to say at the end. So that was one of the first lessons I learned. Bis dann. And then that's the same with the meetings too, not just on the phone. When you're in a meeting, everyone will say when they're getting off the meeting, if we have to continue talking at a later point or the next day or something, bis dann. Or they'll say tschü on the meetings. I love this, tschü. Well, tschüss, but then one of the girls says tschü, so I've been saying that too. I like it. It's like short for tschüss. At the end of the call, to also say have a nice day, like at the end of a meeting, schönen Tag euch. So when you're in a group and you say schönen Tag euch, and then what do you say when you say like you too? Like dir auch. Oh, I've been saying du auch. Oops. Yeah, okay, I learned that just now. dir auch. A German keyboard that has totally messed up I still have my American keyboard too. So when I'm off work, I like to use my American keyboard, and I'm totally messed up. On my phone, I'm messed up when I'm typing. The Z and the Y, I have no idea, because I'm typing now more in German than I am in English. But it's not just the Z and Y, it's the apostrophe, it's everything. It's the exclamation mark, it's the at sign. I mean, I knew this from my master's degree that the keyboard is super different, but didn't really think that I would get used to it so fast, because in my master's degree I wasn't typing so often, so it was really difficult, but now I'm used to it, and now I find the American keyboard difficult. So didn't expect that one. It's pretty annoying when you're trying to communicate with your friends and you keep typing a Z instead of the Y, and then my apostrophes now look like quotes, because that's where the American apostrophe usually is. Then the third lesson I learned working for the German company is to say everything in a positive way when it's something negative. And this is something in every culture, company culture, but it was specific to me to learn the German words for this. So instead of saying you have a problem, ich habe ein Problem, you should say a challenge you're working on. Es ist eine Herausforderung. Don't say problem, say challenge. And then to be polite too, I noticed my coworkers will put mal a lot in what they're writing. So and we learned that in B2 level German as well. If you want to be more polite, put a mal in there. I can't explain it that well here, but Moment mal, hast du mal ein Moment? So just putting in mal in there makes it a little more polite. And then if you do something wrong, like I made a mistake, and my colleague wrote me back saying, it's okay, just do this way next time. And then he put a squinty face emoticon, and I noticed the Germans, I didn't work for any big companies in the US, so I don't know if this is maybe also in the US, but they like to put squinty faces, and my boyfriend said he likes doing that too with his colleagues. Like if you have something to correct and you don't want to be mean, you can put a little squinty face. And then the other big lesson is that German signatures are totally different. I did not expect the signatures to be different. My boyfriend told me, you're gonna have to change your signature. And I was like, what? Why? I'd never thought of that as something I would have to change. And I learned Germans don't care about your first name as much as they care about your last name. So you put the first initial and then your last name. And every signature I've seen in the US, you can never read it really. Yeah, usually it's your full first and last name. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll put like my first name pretty clear, and then the last name will be kind of a big scribble. And if I'm not paying attention. I'm changing that now though. First letter, first name, clear-ish last name.
No, not clear.
Doesn't have to be?
No.
Okay, never mind. Doesn't need to be clear.
But for example, my boss is like writing it really clear, so it's your choice.
The main part is first name's not so important. That's the main thing about the signature that I was surprised about. I don't know if this is also in the US, but they like to make a lot of meetings in German companies for just short meetings for anything. I don't know if this is something to do with reporting your hours or reporting what you're doing every day so that everyone knows what you're doing. So I don't know if that's what it has to do with, or if it's just Germans like setting up these official meeting on paper that we had a meeting. I don't know, let me know down below in the comments what your experiences are in your company. My boyfriend said his company, they don't do that. So maybe it's just my company or my industry. And then something that surprised me was when we have a meeting, one of our colleagues it was 2 minutes and he wasn't there yet in the meeting. And one of my colleagues was starting to get worried, and I didn't even think about it. I have to be much better at being pünktlich, on time in Germany. It's very, very important. My boyfriend said that he has a non-German in his company and he's always late to the meetings. Sei pünktlich. And then the biggest thing would be the vocabulary, German word vocabulary I learned that I didn't learn in my classes, or maybe I would have learned about these, or maybe I don't remember these words, but they are really important for my first few weeks. So here they are. Words I've learned since I began working in the German company. Grob, I notice, is a very popular word. Grob, and it means in English a rough. So like get a rough view of the document, of the website, of something. So grob is important. Next is actuel, and that means current. It's kind of confusing because in English actual means, well, okay, maybe it is the same. Leistung, performance. Botschaft, message. So you always have to have a clear message when you're doing things, your Botschaft.
Die Botschaft oder die Botschaft?
Oh, I know, there's another Botschaft which means like governmental building or something?
Yeah, from another country in your country.
Okay, that was the first bolt shaft I learned, which is why I was confused when I started hearing another bolt shaft at work. And that's why I had to ask, because it made no sense in the context. So I was like, wait, was bedeutet bolt shaft, bitte? And then they told me it means message. So clear message, have a clear message. Freigabe, it's approved. Clearance, Freigabe. Etwas erwähnen. This was a verb I never saw before. That means to mention something. I think this is more polite, maybe? Somebody mentioned, I use the verb mention in English when I want to be polite. He says, he agrees. Frist, deadline. That's a big one. This was a word I heard a lot my first week. Frist. And then verschieben. This you hear a lot with meetings. When someone can't make the meeting that you scheduled, they'll say, we have to postpone that. So verschieben. Ich muss das verschieben. Ich muss den Termin verschieben. Anteil, amount. Konkurrent, competitor. Oh, this one, budget. I was so surprised by this because in English it's budget. And then in German, they say it like a French pronunciation. So I guess it's a French word. But they actually, I noticed the Germans pronounce French words just like they do in France, or maybe similar. So they say budget? Budget? What? Budget. Budget. While we're speaking about French words, another one I didn't expect was jour fixe, or JF, I think, the Abkürzung, so abbreviation. So if you see on the calendar a jour fixe or a JF, it means this is gonna happen, this meeting's gonna happen every week on whatever topic. Rentabilität. This confused me because I see the word rent and then I see ability, abilität. So I'm like, rent ability? Huh. So I'm thinking mieten, to rent. But no, that means profitability. That's a false friend. And then Zugriff, access, Umfrage, survey, Vertretung, substitute. So the person that's in charge, if you're ever sick, you have a Vertretung, someone that can be your substitute. Okay, and then im Voraus means beforehand or in advance. So im Voraus, let's do this beforehand. The last thing on my list is just the benefits you get in a German company, which most of my viewers are German, but if you're not German, then that would be the biggest benefit I would recommend. If you can get employed by a German company, it's pretty nice. I was really shocked because I didn't know in Germany does all the companies offer benefits, because in the US not all the companies offer benefits, and it's pretty hard to find a company that actually offers benefits. But here in Germany they have to offer benefits, right? Oh, benefits are offering to help you pay for your health insurance, half of your health insurance costs.
That's not a benefit, that's the law.
Okay, well that's the law. It's pretty cool. Not cool if you're a business owner, I guess, because you have all these more things you have to pay for, but cool if you're an employee. Besides learning the language, the culture, and the laws of Germany, like I was really surprised when we had a German holiday, which today is the second one since I began working in May. Pfingstmontag. What's that? He doesn't know. Let me know down below what is Pfingstmontag. Thank you. So there's a lot of holidays in Germany, and the companies by law have to give you this day off, which I was really confused by that. So because I saw there was a meeting planned for me on the last holiday, so I just thought, oh, maybe my company just doesn't do that thing with the like having the holiday off thing. And then my friend, she's American, working also for a German company, she's like, no, they have to by law. And then I found out that was just one of the automatic scheduled meetings, and it was an accident. So then it got canceled, and yeah, so I was really surprised that the holidays actually are like, you're off. Do you get paid on days like this today?
Yeah.
Oh, and you're paid on, wow. Very shocked by that.
You also learn German doing watching TV.
Oh yeah.
What's the most important sentence you learned last week?
Oh. Important sentence, learning German. Oh my god. Does that go in this video? This doesn't belong in this video.
It's a bonus.
Okay. Bonus clip. Fick dich ins Knie.
Fick dich ins Knie.
Fick dich ins Knie. This we learned on the German TV. I learned last week. I was laughing so hard. What? It means F you in the knee. What? Why the knee? That's so random. That's like in English if I were to say, I mean, I could just say that. That sounds ridiculous enough, but I could also make it more weird. F you in the elbow. F you in the shoulder. F you in the ankle. Like, how did I not know that? 2 years in Germany, I never heard that before. I've been missing out on
It's
some.
green. No one should say to you, fick dich ins Knie.
True. Yeah. Well, I'm glad no one says these things
This is
to
what
me.
you learn from the TV.
From the TV and movies, funny movies, yeah. All the birds are flying around. It's so nice here in Hamburg. It's so green. It is amazing. So I hope you guys can see how green it is behind me a little bit.